Hi, welcome back. We missed last week, but this is our makeup session this week. And then I think we'll probably go back to our normal schedule. Anyway, who wants to recap what happened the last time? Get an extra hero
Hmm.
point.
Hmm.
I did last time.
Let's see. I believe what happened last time is that we're out onto. Fuck. I had it and I lost it. Oh right, we were going to do one of the trials. We did the trial of the. Uh,
Dauntless? I think.
yeah, the trial of the Dauntless, and then we met this strange cat woman right here.
Mhm.
And then suddenly, or not so suddenly, shit started to go down, and then we had a big old fight. Some of us got more hurt than others, but we made it
Snakes.
out fine. We made it out fine, and I believe we are going to another trial, and I believe that's it. Unless I'm missing something else.
No, I think that's a
That's
pretty accurate description of what went on.
yeah.
Also, another big thing, Ridge finally got on the kill board.
Oh right. Yep. Ridge did finally get a kill. Still less than the healer, but
Yes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
to give Ridge credit though, usage of items was actually pretty damn clever.
It was
So,
cool. It was really good. Yeah. It was a good kill.
Yeah. It was a good strategy. So, and that's what he actually got his kill with. Um but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and unpause now. So you guys can now move around. You are no longer suffering from what is essentially frostbite. You're good.
That's true. We're not dying anymore.
Can I search the cavern to see if there's any market difference now that the Guardian is gone?
Uh,
Like walls that opened or
Oh yeah.
sigils that appeared or
Because we didn't find any sparkly thing yet.
uh,
Unless a sparkly thing is within us.
yeah, so you can go ahead
Can I-
and...
Can I recall knowledge on if the sparkly thing is inside of us?
No, that doesn't really require
Ah.
recall knowledge. Yeah.
Dang it.
But yeah, no, you can roll some perception checks to see if anything's really changed.
Right, it's on the main page. 16's pretty good.
Let's see here. So, for the both of you, nothing seems all that different at first glance. The cavern seems slightly dimmer than it was before. Like, it's lost a little bit of light. And there haven't been any corpses left behind from the creatures you destroyed, with the exception of the ice golem. Oh yeah, it's over here. The mermaid over here.
The big
don't
splat.
don't mind the big, blood spatter over here. That's just where the corpse is, but it's there.
Okay.
There's some large chunks of ice fragments and crystal fragments where the ice golem used to be. However, at the center of it, you notice a glowing, shining object.
At the center of the cavern or of the corpse?
In the center of the corpse.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. Hey, Rez, you want to go check
It-
out the dead body?
You want to see a dead body?
You want to see a dead body, Rez?
I've seen my fair share, but yes, let's go check this one out. I feel
Let's-
like there should be something a bit more for something that's supposed to be like a celestial trial. I feel like I was expecting a bit more glitz and glam after the Guardian was defeated. So let's
Honestly, same. Pokes it with a stick. Pokes it with a stick.
is the shiny object in the center like in the center, like surrounded by ice still?
Yes, it is.
Can I use my
Wait.
produce
If you do
flame?
that, is it gonna explode on us?
I don't know.
You know what? That's fair. Let's do it.
Going to use produced flame to conjure a fireball in my hand and kind of put the fireball up to the ice as if I'm trying to like tunnel down Jurassic Park style to the shiny object.
That's so cool.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. I was just informed that I didn't change my stream title. Hang on.
Oh no!
My bad. Hang on.
You're fine.
I'm so scatterbrained right now.
That's so valid.
I think we're on session 4.
That sounds right.
It sounds right. I'm just gonna go with that. It's fine. I'm scatterbrained. Anyway, you want to rappel down to the glowing object or tunnel underneath it?
No, I want to. I have a spell that creates a fireball in my hand, and I can do like melee attacks with it. I want to
Oh,
have
okay.
that as if I'm like pressing into its body, slowly melting my way to it, as if it's
Oh,
like
okay.
tunneling for Jurassic Park style, where they drill for the mosquito.
Oh, like that. Okay. Yeah, sure, you can do that. So as you're doing that, Rez, the let's call them remains of the ice creature as you push your way through it with your heated grasp. It feels both normal hot and icy hot at the same time. There's like a weird burn. Kind of a bit of a magical sensation as well. Though whatever this creature was, it was definitely not natural. It was not something from here. And even as you're pushing through the ice, there's parts of the creature's composition that are definitely not ice, they're solid. And from the looks of it, they seem to be fragments of crystal. So
Ooh.
this golem is not purely ice, it's crystalline formations as well.
Are they pretty
and-
crystals?
They're pretty. They seem to blend in with the color and shape of the the golem's body.
I guess what I meant more specific, is it like a geode situation, or is it like the whole? It's just a bunch of crystals in there.
It is kind of like a geode situation. From the outside, it looks different, but as you're tunneling through it, it has more of a geode kind of texture.
Okay.
And Rez, eventually you tunnel all the way through and get to what looks like a hollow cavity in the center of the golem. And the light from the glowing object suddenly becomes brighter as it's exposed to the air.
Extinguish the fireball and grab it.
Alrighty. So. I'm going to stick this in your inventory. Give me a second. Let me see this. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna drop it in your inventory. There we go. Okay. So as you grasp it, the light gets obscured by your hand, but the sensation is a bit of a soft warmth, which is a stark contrast to the biting cold from the golem. And yeah, you can take a look at the item in your inventory right now. It should be under equipment.
Okay. It is the Jewel of Lumine fragment.
Oh,
One of the 6 fragments of the Jewel of Lumine. It pulses with power and seems to emit a warm light that guides you to the other pieces. Once per hour, you can cast the Guiding Star spell, but it will only guide you to other Jewel fragments. It will even point towards anyone else who has one.
oh,
Nifty.
interesting.
So you said it feels like warm to the touch?
Yeah, a very soft, almost comforting warmth. And it pulses with a bit of energy.
Would have been nice to have during some of the past snowstorms, your own personal hand warmer.
I'm always so cold. We keep ending up in cold places.
You did sign up to go on a ski trip.
Why did I do that?
So, what are other people doing as I've been slowly tunneling my way into getting this jewel fragment?
I am watching you fascinated. What about everyone else?
I want to call my family.
I'm just gonna call it. This is fucking weird, guys.
Oh, actually. So, Taz, you're going to call your family?
Yep.
Okay. You take out your phone and dial the usual number to contact your family. And even this far into the mountains in Genosia, you get service. It's never been an issue before. Until now. As soon as you dial the number, it seems like the call goes through, but you get nothing but static interference. And then immediately it gets disconnected.
Well, should have known better. Hopefully, I can send my daughter that saying, "Hey, I'm okay."
How loud do you say that?
Kind of loud.
Okay,
Yeah, you can hear me. Definitely.
cool. So I'm just gonna kind of be like, hey, what you trying to do right now?
Just call my family, tell them that I'm okay. I did tell them I would call them daily just to make sure that, hey, I'm still alive.
Oh, that's sweet. But also, did it not go through?
Nope. No,
Frantically pulls out fucking phone to see if live stream is still going.
So you're checking if you're able to live stream. So
If I'm still able to stream, if my streaming is still happening.
Reverie. When you've been live streaming your escapades over the last 2 weeks or so, streaming quality and connection has never been an issue.
Yeah.
For some reason, and you didn't check it while you were
of course,
in combat
obviously.
earlier, your stream's going, but it seems to only be recording. You're not able to check and see if it's actually live or viewable live. Like, it shows you off as broadcasting, but when you try to check and see if you're able to view the live stream from, from your channel, you're not seeing it.
Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay.
You are in a cave.
Yeah, but I've done this in caves before. I'm sure he's made calls in caves before,
I have
right?
I have, but not this high up and not this far from any cell tower.
And not in a jewel zone, presumably.
Oh
Yep.
no, is it that? Can I attempt to recall knowledge to see if it is in fact the jewel zone that's causing this?
Sure. I think the most relevant checks that you can make here either society, because this would be kind of like a historical thing, or arcana, because this would definitely be magical.
That makes sense.
Dubious knowledge.
You also have
Oh,
dubious
yeah, for
knowledge,
sure.
yes.
Okay, so I'm not trained in arcana, so I would get a bonus for that, but I think society makes the most sense. I'm untrained in that too, so I'll get a bonus either way. Okay, what's the untrained improvisation? 14?
So with a 14, as an errant, you've heard about rumors regarding jewel zones before. Aside from the obvious, they tend to turn into bloodbaths as people try to claim the jewel. You've also heard that with more recent incidences, although jewel zones themselves are relatively rare and uncommon, when they have occurred, they're usually marked by a lot of communication interference. People from the outside cannot communicate with people inside, and people inside cannot communicate with people outside.
I can't even scream.
However, communication within the jewel zone is usually unaffected.
Sets phone to record instead of stream. Fine, I'll just do a bunch of VODs. This sucks.
Still hope you got that kill though, or you got the recording of the kill.
Well, somebody didn't know that we weren't gonna be able to stream. I usually just download the VODs.
Hmm.
So no, I don't. I'll have the next ones though.
So that's one of our challenges down. Do we have any strong feelings on where we're going next? Let's see, what was that spell name?
Oh, from the jewel?
Yep.
It is Guiding Star. Actually, I should probably link the spell name in there.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it functions as Guiding Star, but only allows you to track where other jewel fragments are and who has them. So I will go ahead and add that.
Well, now that we're not in the middle of the jewel zone and thus things aren't equidistant, perhaps we should go for the nearest one.
That makes sense.
Let's get out of the cave, and that way we can get a bearing for where we're going. Assuming everyone is patched up, not frozen anymore.
I'm okay physically, but emotionally, much less so.
There we go. Spell has been added to the item description.
Thank you.
There you go. Rez, have you put away the jewel fragment yet, or are you still holding it?
I'm still holding it.
Alright, as you're holding it, Nina, standing right next to you, she'll squint at it rather intently and point at the jewel. Do you mind? I want to take photos for record-keeping purposes.
I think he holds it up in that like way you hold small trinkets like between a couple fingers.
As you do that, Nina will raise her phone and start taking a few photos of it from different angles. Although she seems to have some difficulty. The thing that you're holding, it doesn't look like it's radiating a very strong glow, but it seems to be enough that it's affecting her abilities to record it. And she has to shift the phone around or move around a little bit until she gets a couple of shots that are not completely blurry. She
Might I
also seems
recommend
to
a
be-
neutral density filter?
She pauses in her photography and nods and adjusts a few settings on her phone before resuming taking readings and photos. She does a couple of other things as well, like she's scanning the object, but she doesn't really explain a lot of what she's doing beyond just recording it.
Alexa, turn off TV.
Okay. I'm very warily standing there, like the expecting her to take a grab for it. But letting her take her pictures and things of that sort.
After about a minute or so of photographing the jewel fragment, she puts her phone away into a pocket and folds her arms. So, where would you like to go? If you would allow it, I would like to accompany you.
More research.
Small
take it.
smile curls at the corner of her lips. Yes, more research. Objects like these are very rare and hard to find.
Well, we don't know which way we're going just yet.
She nods in understanding. I would be very careful when in possession of whatever that thing is. If I remember correctly, anything involving God's jewels, it's nothing but trouble.
No risk, no reward. And now we're
Very
playing
bold.
the most dangerous game.
Hunting man.
Well, depends on who else gets some of the fragments.
Oh, that's right.
As you
Remember.
say that, Rez, Nina looks very impressed. Oh, you are a very confident one. I like.
I mean, why would I have any reason to not be? I'm me. Of course I'm going to get them all.
That just makes Nina grin even more. And she starts following after you and leans down to pat you very firmly on the shoulder. It almost feels like a punch, but she's probably a lot stronger than you, so her pat on the shoulder feels very, very forceful. Ah, yes, I am definitely going to like you. A man who knows exactly what he wants and how to get it.
I think Rez can't help but crack a smile at that for the first time. I'm going to get on... I just got my ride feat, so I can now successfully ride Guiver without having to roll for it, so...
Yay! Mounted
Pretty much,
combat
I'm
is
done
actually-
walking.
Mounted combat and travel is insanely fun and very good.
it almost doubles my movement speed.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you just have to sit on your mount, and you can just let yourself get carried around by your mount, and your movement speed is increased by a lot. It is extremely useful, especially if you're small or tiny.
Yep, and I'm small.
You're so small.
Goes from 25 base movement to 40.
That's wild.
Man, if Rez wasn't already carrying the group, he's carrying it even harder.
For sure.
So, mount up on Guiver and head out towards the mouth of the cave so I can try to get a reading using the jewel for where it pulls for the next, closest.
So, as you guys are going out of the cave, Nina stomps the ground and forms some steps for you at each platform junction to help assist in getting out. But you would like to make use of Guiding Star?
Yes.
All right. One moment.
Every is going to stay in the back of the group.
So Guiding Star. So this one will allow you to guide you to other jewel fragments, and who else has one? Alright, so it'll guide you to the next closest. Give me one moment to figure out.
So figure out who that is.
Or where it is, yes. Because, I think I'm gonna roll a random one. Let me just find my notes real quick.
My general thinking is the faster we get them, the less potential we're going to have to snipe from other people later.
Wrong file.
Because the last couple are going to be Hunger Games. Especially since presumably everyone is going to have the same power to guide towards other holders, so we're going to have to get real creative on camping.
That is actually a very good assessment. uh. Mm. Okie dokie. So, Rez. So you use the jewel to locate the closest one, and actually, hang on. Let me read what Guiding Star looks like thematically. Hang on. Gives you a mental nudge. Okay. So you make use of the jewel, and you feel a bit of a pull, almost like a tugging motion, like the jewel is moving in your hand and pointing you a certain way. It's not physically moving, but it feels like it, like a pinprick almost.
And does it give me a general heading we can start heading down?
Mm-hmm. It seems to be pointing you eastward. So
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, the cavern that you're in right now is a bit northwest of town. The jewel seems to be leading you further east.
Okay, everyone. According to the jewel, the next closest one is just about due east from here. So, everyone ready to get going?
Raise over, B.
Do we need to rest?
I believe I think we will rest when we get to at least off this mountain.
You said there's a town to the east, right?
Well, that would be Lumiere. Like, you departed going
to the
north,
south. Okay.
and the jewel is leading you eastward. The town isn't that far from you. You didn't go that far. It's located in what seemed like a central point last time.
Yeah, I
So
didn't mean
you'd
sleep
just be
here. I
going-
just meant like
Yeah.
we got a bunch of casters, and I don't think any of us have spell slots right now.
I have spell slots still.
Okay, well you have spell slots still.
But
All I have is just cantrips.
I don't think the two healers have spell slots. Stretching the definition of the word healer.
speaking of, before we head out, would you mind seeing to these random gashes that I apparently have acquired on my body, Yunasa?
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know when something blew up that apparently did that, but
Wait.
Oh shit, you forgot.
A certain cowboy made the ice golem explode.
That's why I was
being
concerned about the
sarcastic.
fire. Yeah.
It's a good thing he's not here paying attention, otherwise you'd really tear into him.
You?
that
Yeah.
medicine.
Why is it not working?
I do have some lesser healing potions if you want that.
I don't know
I
if that
appreciate
works.
it.
My device is not having a good time. Oh my
no.
god.
And also here, take two. I think I'm gonna need a stock up when we get back into town.
Yeah, you guys have medicine checks as well. Those cost nothing
Yeah.
except time.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why I wanted the. That's why I was talking about
Yeah,
medicine.
the medicine check.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot I had that.
I think you're the best one at it.
Resnar, do you want the healing potions or do you want me to save them?
Just save them. I have my own stock. I figured. I've seen Yunasa work before, and that way we're not using up our limited cash for non-critical injury.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, though.
I'll turn to Reverie and ask, do you want the elixir of life? It's
I'm pretty solid. I just need some sleep.
Alright. Like this. Oh my god. Sorry, my setup is very cursed right now. Where is it? Blum, blum, blum. I'm logged in. Oh my god.
I appreciate it though.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
not a problem.
As she says that, she is gonna like lean her back against this like column thing and just kind of wait. Close your eyes.
Made a mistake. Okay. Medicine check. Medicine check. I'm doing a medicine check. Where is it? It's here. Medicine. Oh, there it is. Did that help at all?
Believe that
DC's.
the minimum is 15.
Yeah, it's always
Yep.
15. Or worse.
At least
Oh,
not
another
fail.
one.
Or like critical fail.
There you go.
There you go. That's better. That's a crit success, I believe. So, you heal double?
4d8.
Yeah, 48. And then if you're going for like an hour, it's double.
Okay.
I think just the standard will get me patched up.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll that, or shall I?
Could you please? I'm fixing my setup.
It's okay.
Okay. Thank you. That feels much better.
I have no chair, so I was on my iPad.
Oh no.
Okay. So, allons-y.
Allons-y.
C'est cool. Allons-y.
All right. So you guys start
Alan's
making
easy.
your way. Alrighty. Where are my maps?
I mean, yeah, technically we were at the mouth of the cave already, but
yeah.
except for Ridge.
Except for Ridge. I can't believe that Ridge killed the monster. He got his first kill and then died.
He was so enthralled with his kill that he became obsessed by it and couldn't leave the cavern, becoming a golem-like creature. Some people just can't take the strain of killing.
It's hard sometimes, I guess.
Alrighty, so let me find my new map.
It is 10 minutes for healing to, like, for the medicine check to run, right?
Yep, and
Yep.
you can just do that like every 10 minutes, because
Well, that's what I mean, but the process, like, if I was refocusing while that happened, that's fine, right?
Oh yeah, you can do that at the same time.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
Did I get my map? Yeah, okay, good, I did. Alright.
On the off shot that I need my bard spells.
Do I want you to start you at the top or the bottom?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Got it.
Alright, let me just get you guys on the map. Man, Rez just has his little entourage. I have to remember that every time I put tokens on the map. It's like, oh yeah, it's not just one token. I have 3.
Yep.
I can assume it will only get worse.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fingers crossed. The it's constantly juggling 3 character sheets as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To be honest, that's kind of impressive, because most people, whenever they do anything TTRPG related, anything beyond just their own character sheet is complicated.
Hashtag built different.
Built different. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised that you're able to handle it, considering so many board games.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
So I'm not surprised.
I've only been playing TTRPGs for like 20-something years.
I've been playing for less than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be honest, D&D and Pathfinder are probably one of the more complicated ones out there. They're not the most complicated, but if you can play these, you're in a pretty good place. You can play all of the ones that are below them in terms of complexity.
For sure. Though you do typically need to recontextualize how you see TTRPGs to get in the mindset for running them.
Oh yeah. Because I have played like some World of Darkness stuff, which plays very differently from D&D and Pathfinder. Crane knows this for sure, because I know Crane's played some World of Darkness. Then there are other ones like Fabula Ultima, which, again, Crane also knows. I know this one as well because I have friends that play. It plays more like a JRPG in tabletop format. It's less tactically complex. You're pretty much just whacking away at stuff and using items. It's a lot simpler. But if you want... Yeah, if you want more complex tactics, you're better off with, you know, the wargaming stuff like Pathfinder or D&D. But if you want just the JRPG feel, Fabula Ultima's good at that. If you want more complex than that, you have Anima, which I've heard a lot of interesting things about.
You can also go towards the like Warhammer 40k systems and stuff for even more, because that's the things went slightly wrong. My arm got blown off and became its own frag grenade, which then the bone fragments went and shattered my allies.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a bunch of different systems out there, but they all do different things. So, you know, Call of Cthulhu is more like psychological horror. Don't Rest Your Head is also more horror based, but a little more freeform and simpler. And you can make a character in like 20 minutes.
I do love Cyberpunk at some point.
Cyberpunk is
Which one?
Cyberpunk.
Red.
Real.
The OG seems good too, but like I want to play Red.
The OG is great for hacking because you actually go and make a maze that your decker needs to solve.
Yeah, I've seen like some setups for it. It looks really cool, but like Red also seems fun.
Yeah, like there's different systems out there that do different things, and they're intended to do different things. And the way I feel is, depending on what you want to do and what you're aiming for, you should kind of pick the system that's meant for that. Like if you want giant robots, oh hey, there's Lancer. But the thing about Lancer, it's more focused on the giant robot combat as opposed to any, you know, anything involving the pilots. So that's the one complaint one of my friends who's very, very into mecha complains about. Like, oh, the robot combat's great, but I want some stuff with pilots too.
I think you could pull that into Guy's small mouth, maybe, or like Tri-Stab.
Yeah.
Lancer's hilarious in that there's, you know, like 200 something pages describing the mecha combat, and literally around 5 pages for everything to do as a pilot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, and then there's Exalted, which is kind of World of Darkness adjacent, but it's for... I liken it to what Pathfinder Mythic is kind of emulating. Like Exalted is where things get really, really crazy. You are descendants of mythological figures. You're practically superheroes, and you can do some really crazy, broken stuff. But that's the point. But it's also horribly unbalanced.
But you could be a superhero of bureaucracy.
Yes. It's really, really crazy. So if you really want to be crazy, overpowered, doing crazy things, Exalted is a system for it. And it's funny because my one big criticism of D&D in particular, and Crane touched on it in his in the long form review of D&D, is that people try to insert things or homebrew things for the system that is honestly more work than it's worth. And it's like, why? You could just spend that time learning the system that's dedicated to what you want to do, as opposed to trying to kind of gut D&D and insert the stuff that you want. It's like, but there's this other system that does it better. Why are you trying to break your back doing this? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I could go on a huge rant about that because contrary to what I appear as, I appear like I do a lot of work, a lot of insane prep, but honestly, I am admittedly very lazy. Less work for myself, the better. So, yeah, so, you know, main reason I picked Pathfinder for the system I want to run things in, because it already did a lot of the stuff I wanted or needed it to do. So that's why I'm here. Anyway. So, you guys start walking after you leave the ice cavern, and it's a little odd. You feel like you've been through this area before, whether it be on previous contracts or just hanging around Lumiere and the surrounding areas for leisure. But it feels subtly different.
Can I
The
point out
snow.
that's I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm very sorry. Can I do it? That's odd.
Oh, yeah, actually, you can. Thank you for reminding me about that, because that is important. Alrighty, so with That's Odd, the place around you definitely feels familiar. You've been here before. I mean, the area surrounding Lumiere is not that big. It's fairly well traveled, and Genosea itself is not that big of a country. And it's very familiar, but it makes the things that are different stand out to you all that much more. Snow is a very glittery substance, ice crystals, hey, you know. But the sparkle and glow that you see in it now is not the standard sparkle and glow of ice crystals, no. It's something else. The glow is pale, warm, kind of the same glowing light like from the jewel fragment that Rez holds. And even the plant life, even though they're laden with snow, the trees seem to have a bit of a warm inner glow as well, kind of radiating from the bark and the branches and the pine needles. And every so often you see formations of the same pale glowing crystals that you saw before sticking out of the ground.
Hmm. I I say to Rez, I look to Rez and say, "Hey, you don't think that snow looks strange?"
I mean, to be honest, everything outside caves looks kind of strange to me, so that's not saying a huge amount.
Hmm.
But
Can I look around my surroundings to see, like, with my like ranching lore? I want to see, like, with the terrain, if like anything's off, like any avalanches or anything more strange about the landscape.
Your ranching lore? Yeah, sure, I'll allow that.
All right, give me a moment. There you are. Get roll.
It's a 17. Okay. So, with a 17, you're more used to dry, rugged terrain, more desert like, typically. But there are some similarities between the desert and, well, I guess a snow covered mountainside, at least at the bare bones basics. The rock formations definitely look the same. It's the crystal formations that seem out of place. Like they're not normally meant to be there. And with the 17, the best assumption you can make is that the weirdness that you're seeing is probably the result of the jewel zone.
I want to throw a rock at one of the crystals.
Okay, you want to do that?
Yes.
Alright.
Do I just roll in athletics, acrobatics?
You don't really have to roll. You're just gonna chuck it at a nearby crystal. Okay, I'm back.
There we go. You're back.
There it is.
Yeah, my internet died for a second there. Hang on, let me get this stuff reconnected.
Of
Didn't
course.
realize that throwing the rock would set off an EMP.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
Not my
destroying
fault.
internet. Oh my god, you just broke the fourth wall and destroyed my internet with that rock.
It's not my fault.
Oh man.
Anyways,
That is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me right now. Okay, anyway. Let's see here. Let me just make sure everything's still working. Okay.
Does look like we're back.
Hey.
it does look like we're back.
Okay, we're back. But change my settings again. Hang on.
Because I thought it was my side, then you dipped, and I was like, oh, snap, let me check the stream, and then the stream was down. I'm like, oh, I see what happened.
Anyway, okay, I'm back, not dead. So, one thing I do want to ask you when you're throwing the rock, how hard do you throw it?
I throw it just hard enough that it reaches the crystal, but not intending to harm it.
Oh, okay. So you hurl. How big is the rock, by the way? Just like hand size, palm size.
Like the size of well, considering with the halfling, I would say like the size of a small glass ball, like a beer bottle.
Oh, okay. All right. So you chuck a rock at a nearby crystal, and it doesn't seem like you throw it very hard, but as it connects with the crystal, you hear a loud shattering, and it's left a huge dent in the crystal, and the crystal flickers a little bit, almost like a street light, and then resumes its soft, subtle glow. Although it does seem to fade a little towards where the stone struck it.
All right. I'm just gonna move on over to like right here.
Alright.
Can I check for if I hear any animals in the vicinity?
Sure, this will just be a straight up perception check. Or nature if that's higher for you.
I doubt that is higher. I live in cafes, not the woods.
Ew, camping.
Surprisingly, my nature is pretty good, but perception's still better.
Oh,
Perception's
okay.
better.
Rez, you're used to the hustle and bustle of the city, and even underground where you're originally from, you're used to a lot of noise. And having lived and worked in Genosia for a while now, you're used to the sights and sounds of the region. And for a place that's usually so full of life, you don't hear or see much of anything. Normally you'd see small animals scurrying around, or birds, or things like deer that live in the mountains, or even other smaller monsters that are usually are the subject of a lot of contracts. You're not seeing much of what you normally see, and that's odd. Very odd.
Okay. Sidling along on Guiver. Turning to it's still novel for Rez that now he gets to like look down at other people. It says, Do you notice there's no animals around? Not even small ones? Nothing? That's a bit different. I was
That's
just
all. That is what I also noticed a bit too, but I just thought that it was because of them crystals.
well,
The
I
ding
always
dongs
just
care
worry
about
that when
the.
all of the small things are gone, it's because there's a big thing that showed up.
Well, I mean, Guevara is really big.
Fair, but normally Guiver wouldn't scare away monsters.
That's true. That's real.
So, I say we take heed going through this pass. Who knows what might be lurking around?
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting something here in my notes. One moment.
Oh, love to hear that.
Anyway, no, you guys may continue. Don't mind
Okay.
me. I'm not plotting anything. Nope.
That doesn't sound right, but I am just gonna follow behind.
Yeah.
Referee's not doing great right now.
Very stupid idea of me, and I don't really like do it unless it's absolutely necessary, and I don't think it's necessary, but I still want to do it.
What would that be?
I want to shoot my gun up into the sky, and cause an echo.
I've heard worse ideas.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay. One moment.
No,
Wait, do all of the characters from Fantasy Texas have a gun? Because that's really funny.
I guess. I mean, Sheridan has some pretty
he's from Fantasy,
liberal.
Wyoming. Thank you very.
Oh,
He's
that's
from
right. Sorry,
Fantasy-
he's from Fantasy Wyoming. Sorry, you're right.
Well, you guys are. Well, you're all from pretty much Fantasy USA, and Sheridan has some pretty liberal views regarding firearms. So
I got like 8 of them.
yeah, everybody. Well, Ridge has like a dozen on his person. but-
Rich is just constantly strapped.
yeah, if you're in need of a gun and you don't have a gun, well, just grab one off of Ridge. Give me one moment, please. Actually, I'm gonna make this out of 100. One moment.
Actually, I'm going. Actually, on second thought, it's best if I save my bullets.
Well, you say that. I'm gonna do it anyway because somebody's got to do it because the die has already been rolled.
Me and my big fucking mouth.
So wait, what does this look like with Taz reneging at the last second and Reverie taking up the mantle?
Basically, she sees that he starts to drop the gun. She's like, "No, absolutely not." Just raises it, shoots it off in the air. Like, how dare you? How dare you pull out a gun and not use it?
Because I actually have trigger discipline.
It's coward's way out.
Yeah.
Coward way.
Reverie, in the back of your head, you hear Kira going, "Yeah, hell yeah, yeehaw, motherfuckers!"
Yeah. Yeah. If you pull a gun, you gotta use the gun. That's trigger discipline. You don't pull it if you ain't gonna shoot it.
Trigger discipline. That
You
is
don't
not.
pull it if you ain't gonna shoot it. Bang,
I'm
bang.
pretty sure that's katana discipline.
Oh, well,
You know,
bang, bang.
what's funny that you mentioned that being katana discipline? How should I say this? I mean, I don't think you're
Oh,
gonna
no.
run into it, but there is an NPC that popped up both in High Stakes and he's over in Regenesis now. He goes by the name of Ichiro Muramasa. And he is the wielder of something called the First Demon Blade, the Muramasa. It is a cursed sword. It is item level, I think, 12 or 14. And
Jesus.
anytime it's drawn, it has to shed blood.
To drop. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it
sick.
has to
That's
drop
really
blood.
cool.
It has a special ability that actually causes a massive amount of bleed damage. However, anybody who draws the blade runs the risk of going into a berserker rage and will attack
Yo!
everyone in sight.
Let me get a gun version of that. That's rad.
Actually, hang on. Do I have it in my compendium?
That's
I think
cool
it
as
is.
hell,
Hang on.
actually. Yo, let
Don't
me
get
get
it.
a gun version of that.
Don't get a berserk gun. That's
Give me a
That's-
berserk gun. That's so cool.
That's probably the worst thing to give any of you, except for maybe Rez, who could probably be responsible with it, but the rest of you, I don't trust you at all.
Give me the berserk
if
gun.
you gave it to me, I would just feed it to Guiver because I don't trust any of these people with it,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I have no use for it.
Hang on.
I may not be wise, but I'm very stealthy.
yeah,
You better
it's-
put it to very quick.
Yeah, no, it is in my, Can I show you guys what it does?
Maybe, question
Hang
mark.
on. Hang on, I'm just gonna dump it in one of you guys' inventories and I'll just show you what the Muramasa does.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm just gonna keep on walking.
There you go, that's what it does.
Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yo! That's sick!
He's item level 12.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. Oh, but DC 28 will save? Oh god.
Yeah.
I would go Berserker every time.
Well, it's a level 12 item. You're level like 3.
I mean, that's fair, but also, like, I'm still very intense on the -1 wisdom that I'm never putting any stats into.
Yeah.
Even at level 12, I don't think I'd be doing great with that weapon.
But yeah, the Muramasa is just one of many demon blade weapons that exist in the world. But yeah, anyway.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, what were you guys? Oh right, you fired into the air and
Yeah, fired into the air.
I rolled a 30 on the 100.
Straight up, because if you don't do it straight up, then it kills somebody. That's the rule.
Anyway, Reverie against well, everybody else's better judgment in your eyes. It's a really awesome idea.
It's a cool
good
idea. Shoot a gun. Yeah, it's a great idea.
You fire your gun into the air and it emits a resounding bang that reverberates across the mountain pass that you're on. And for a couple of seconds, it echoes. And nothing seems to happen.
Cool. See, everything is fine. Gee.
Let me check something real quick.
Just walks forward.
I'm just checking something. You may continue.
Still, have some trigger discipline. My goodness.
I shot it straight up.
Yeah, and that bullet might come down on someone else.
No, see, that's why you shoot it straight up, because then it does the thing, and then when it falls, it doesn't have the kinetic energy. If you shoot it at an angle, it kills somebody. I got brain.
You know how
You could.
physically possible it is for you to shoot a gun straight up?
I just did it. It just happened.
You know, every single time it goes at an angle, no matter how straight you think
Nah,
the gun is.
just straight up. As long as it can't arc, it's fine. They did a Fantasy Mythbusters episode on it. It's fine.
You know, also just big chilling.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And Nina?
Oh, Nina's following along with you guys. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah, the implications everybody's following, I think.
yeah, everyone's following. I'm just checking some stuff. Yeah.
Yuna.
Yeah.
Yuna is grappling with the concepts of life and death after she was downed last combat.
That's real.
Okay.
Just a subject I actually want to talk about.
Every
So,
is still pretty messed up from knowing that things aren't being recorded or streamed, although they are being recorded now.
Well, you're gonna have to do some video editing later, I suppose.
I can't video. I can't. Ugh. Complicated. Anyway.
So,
Oh,
how does it
okay.
feel to almost? How does it feel that some of you almost died?
I've almost died like 3 times already.
But still, have you ever sat upon it and just thought about it?
Life's too short to worry about whether you're going to die.
Unfortunately, much more than I would want to think about it. I'm gonna be real, but yeah.
I would say that's very irresponsible if you don't just sit down and process that.
No, you
Okay.
see, what you do is you take it and you push it way down there and you treat it like it's an acorn, because then you just hope it doesn't grow into an oak tree and you continue on with your life and you're all the better for it.
That doesn't sound correct, but you're the leader, so I'm gonna just listen to that.
No, I'm being serious. If you do not take care of it, it's going to become a trauma response, and when trauma becomes PTSD, you freeze like a deer headlights, or you fight recklessly and without precision.
Okay, well, I can never stop thinking about it, so I'm pretty
And
good in that regard, I think.
Also, I'm not trying to say to let it take hold of you. What I am trying to say is to process it. Process that you almost died. Hold it. Hold on to it for a little bit. Talk about that experience. And just hope that the one you are talking to has some empathy and tells you that, hey, these things happen, but it's okay because, hey, we're a team and we stick together.
Okay.
So, before you guys move any further,
Mhm.
can you all make me some perception checks, please?
Yes. That's higher than I expected that to be, honestly.
Yeah, that's actually
19
kind
on
of
the
surprising.
Yeah. 19 on the die, baby!
All right. So those are some pretty high perception checks. Alrighty. Rez and Reverie.
I like
Present reverie, yeah.
Taz is too busy philosophizing to really notice
Right,
anything
yeah.
going on around him right now.
Even Unasa! Everybody but Taz. Nobody is listening to Taz at all.
Yeah, no one's
You know
listening
what?
to Taz at all. Taz is just talking to himself as you guys are walking, too busy philosophizing to really notice anything else, but the rest of you do notice this. As you're walking, you feel the ground rumble beneath you.
Don't like that.
And it steadily grows stronger, stronger, stronger. And
Can I get a clarification really quick?
Yeah, sure.
Is it like a stomping or is it like an earthquake?
Hmm. Yeah, with your perception roll, more earthquake, and as you look
Okay.
at the ridge line above you, like the cliffs, you can actually see snow kind of shaking itself off from the lip.
Ah,
And-
shit, we gotta run.
And actually, I'm gonna have to have you guys all roll initiative because there's actually a bit of an initiative to this. Hope you're not slow.
Okay. We can't do it until the encounter is set up.
So there we go.
Okay.
Um,
20's pretty good. Again, higher than I expected it to be.
uh,
I'll just put both Ridge and Nina on
Yeah.
here as well.
29. Damn.
Yeah, 29 goes crazy. Fuck, Rich also got a 29.
Nina's gonna be one of the last ones to act. Okay. One moment. Okay, so in case it's not become apparent right now, Reverie, you've triggered an avalanche.
Oh no, an avalanche.
So,
I want to be clear. Taz triggered the avalanche. I just picked up the slack because after you rolled, he did the thing. That wouldn't have happened if Taz didn't start to try and shoot and then be like, actually, never mind.
Actually, yeah, didn't I warn you guys about avalanches in previous
Yeah.
sessions? I did.
Yeah.
All right. So,
The seal of fate was tied already. Somebody had to do it.
All right. So, how we're going to do this? We are going to be in encounter mode for this. The avalanche will be at the top of every single round. It moves 200 feet per round. Alrighty. You will have one round before the avalanche is right on top of you.
Okay.
Well, you estimate like you have one round, maybe two at most.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And if you are not out of the way in time, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
There's stuff that happens, but yeah. So give me 1 minute here. That doesn't seem appropriate. Hang on. No, sorry, I'm just looking for something. Yeah, no, this is fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Alright. Since Archon is not here, I'm just gonna have Ridge move. Unless you guys want him to do otherwise. You may make use of anything at your disposal to deal with this situation. Yeah.
So, to be clear, is it clear over here, like we're away from the avalanche, or
where, like right here, like off the map.
yeah, like is this the end of the cliffs over there?
Yeah, that would be the end of the cliffs. Like if you can get to the map edge, I will count that as being clear of the avalanche area.
I have a question. Because that is what I expected. Yunasa, what's your move speed?
I think it's 30.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
she's got 30 move, I think. No, wait.
Okay.
It's 25. It's
Is-
25.
Can we have Ridge pause to go after me?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. I can
Okay.
move him after you. So let's see here. I will allow you guys to strategize right now what you want to do for your first round because figuring out what your movement speeds are and whatever. Because I imagine you're going to be talking.
Yeah.
So
basically,
I'll
my
let you
game plan
strategize.
was to tie something to Eunice's chair because she goes pretty late. Have me and Ridge try and pull so that she can still move and maybe gain a little extra speed. If that makes sense.
Ridge's speed is actually not great either. It's only 25.
Yeah, but Ridge's strength is, I think, better than mine for sure.
Yeah.
It's not Chronoglass strength, but like.
But remember, also you can stride 3 times in a round,
Yes,
so you can
you
get
can.
pretty far.
You can get pretty far. So like, Ridge and Eunice are the slowest in the party, so they can move like a max of 75 in a round.
Okay.
Because you guys don't have haste yet, which is...
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's not gonna go, then I guess we just book it?
That's what makes the most sense to me.
Let me double check here. Oh yeah, Nina's pretty fast. Alright. Oh, actually. One moment.
Is Nina the fastest? Oh, that's so loud. It's really, really good. It's really good. Really loud. Well, no, probably. I would assume that Rez is the fastest with air.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so, have you guys formulated your strategy?
For what it is.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okie doke. So.
Oh, mine's 25. I think I'm slow as hell too.
Alright, so we started off with a ridge, so let me move back up in the turn order. Alright, Tez. You are first. What would you like to do?
Move here. That's my first action. Then move there for my remaining 2 actions. That'll be my turn.
Alright. And then Reverie, what would you like to do?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna run. 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here.
Alright, that's your full movement.
Yep.
So Ridge is also going to move his max. So we can go about that far. Alright. There we go.
Fancy.
Well, that'll be his turn. Alright, Rez, what would you like to do?
I'm going to be striding. 5, 10. And then Chronoglass disappears because we're more than 100 feet apart.
Makes sense.
Alright. Yunasa, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to see how measure. Oh, it's oh wait. Oh my god. I think we're. Oh, there it is. Oh, I can't read that. Oh my god, I'm blind. I would just like to move. Nice. I can't read.
Oh no.
Ow. Let's see. Oh, I can only move that far?
Well, you can do it
Per
3 times.
stride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
do 3
okay.
times.
Okay. Okay. There. Right there. Why are you not going?
You have to reselect the selection tool, not the measure tool.
Oh, I didn't even know I did that. Thank you. Uh, I think that's all I'll do.
Uh, let me see here. Nina has something. That's 2 action. Boo. Okay. 3 foot. And then from here is. Yeah, you guys are too far. Alrighty. Yeah, Nina will move. Yeah, she'll move over here. No, why? Okay, there we go. Oh, and that'll be her turn. She did have something that probably could have helped you guys, but she went so late in the round. Alright, Taz, what would you like to do? Oh yeah, no, before that, let me see how far the avalanche comes down.
The avalanche moves.
So let me just check how far up it was because it's like 200 feet per round. So, all right. So it is about 150 feet up. It is on you already. All right. So I am going to have you guys roll either reflex saves or fortitude saves.
I'll roll fortitude.
So reflex save means you're trying to dodge out of the way. Fortitude, you're just standing there tanking it.
Yeah, just trying to tank it. I'm definitely going reflex.
Oh, very nice.
I'm in the clear, right?
You're at the edge. Yeah, you are in the clear. You are fine. Everybody else has to make them. Nina has to make this as well. Attributes. Her fortitude's actually better than her reflex. So. Oh wait. Oh no, that wouldn't have done anything. Mountain stance. Boo. Okay. I expected better. Oh well. 26, 17. Alright, let me see here. What would the DC be for this? Alright. So if you got over 20, that's definitely a success. Taz is fine. So both Nina and Unasa fail. So you get swept up in the avalanche. And you're going to be moving along with it and take damage every round.
Is there okay? So swept up, moved every round. Is that including this round?
Only at the beginning of next round when it moves again. So
That's what I was
avalanche is
thinking.
already
Okay.
on you. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I question mark
Mm-hmm.
somehow knots rope into a lasso to at least pull Yunasa to be able to move again? Obviously on my turn, but like.
Oh yeah, on your turn, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Like not right now, but
Yeah.
she's not moving this turn, so.
Yeah, you're not moving this turn. I will allow you to do that on your turn to try and rescue her. I will allow that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Taz, it is your turn. You rolled a crit success on your reflex save. You managed to weave yourself around the snow and it sails past you. You managed to not get swept up in it. And also being small, you can kind of sort of climb over top and ride the wave, so to speak. But you're fine. You're pretty nimble. What would you like to do? Yeah, Yunasa and Nina are not so lucky, however.
Hmm. So I'm caught in the avalanche, but I'm not like, but I'm just, like riding the avalanche.
You won't be dragged away by it when it moves again. Like, if you're able to move out of it before the round is over, you'll be fine. You won't get dragged away or take any damage or anything like that.
So I'm gonna go towards Nina and try to like fish her out from the under the snow.
Okay.
All right, what do I roll?
Let me see here.
Athletics? Maybe?
Yeah, I'll allow you to roll athletics to dig her out.
Come on.
23 is pretty good.
That is a success. You do manage to dig out the snow around her enough to allow her to attempt the check again. So, you know what? I will do that right away. Please roll well. What the fuck? Hang on.
No.
Hang on. Wait, that's the same result. Is this broken? Hang on. Okay,
That's
okay,
even
it's not-
worse.
It's not broken, but it's just I'm rolling really low for some reason. Yeah, no. So you try to help her out, but she's still kind of stuck. You have, I believe, one more action that you can use.
I'm gonna try and fish her out again.
All right.
So you're gonna. Okay.
Hero point that.
All right.
How do I hero point that? Oh yes.
Yeah, right click and then you can use hero point. Alright, that is better. Alright, that is success. She can give the check a try again. Hopefully, not fail. This is a plus 12. It really shouldn't be failing. Okay, success at that time. You managed to help free Nina from the snow enough that she will be able to move and will not be dragged away by the snow. And that is your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, Reverie, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I want to make a lasso so that I can try and grab onto Yunasa's tank and try and get her out of the snow.
Alright, I will allow that. That will consume one action.
What would you like me to roll?
Let's see. So you want to use your lasso to help pull her out? Alright, let's see here. What would be appropriate? Oh, actually, you do have your lure, knots, and rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll that.
Okay. 21.
Alright, that is a success. One of those lures that you never think will come in handy, and they actually do.
I mean,
Alright.
it's come in handy for me several times.
Alright, Yunasa, you may make your reflex or fortitude save again.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget, you have hero points.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
hero point them.
Yeah, please use the hero point. Please, God, use the hero point.
Oh, you think your point?
Oh my God! No
Well,
shot.
I guess nature just doesn't like you.
Alright.
Hero point again? Can you hero point a hero point?
No. I don't have any.
Oh,
Yeah, I just have the one. Yeah, most of us have one at this point.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I mean, you maybe have more. I don't know. Okay, I guess I will try again.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a crit
Alright.
success. Come on now.
Alright, Yunasa, make your save again, this time with a +1 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. +7. Oh my god.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No!
Nah.
What the hell?
Oh boy.
This avalanche just wants you fucking dead, man. I'm
Just
sorry.
wants you dead.
It just wants you fucking dead. Okay, hear me out. This is gonna sound really dumb. But, question mark. Because apparently Yunasa can't roll for shit today. Can I maybe just trade places and put myself in the fire to get her out of the snow and able to move?
You've spent your 3 actions already, unfortunately.
No, it's been 2. I still
it's
have one
been
action
2?
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I've only tried
yeah,
twice.
That's correct. Yeah. All right.
I did get a crit last time.
I'm thinking, So if you want to put yourself in harm's way in order to save
Yes.
Yunasa, let me see here. What can you do?
Because I do still have one action left.
I'm thinking. Because Ridge is immediately after. What does Ridge have? Checking.
Yeah, the thing is, Nina is also still stuck. Oh, no, Nina stopped being
No,
stuck.
Nina's free.
That's true. Nina's getting stuck. Okay.
I will say, I guess I can show you this because this is probably relevant now. She has boop. So you're not entirely screwed. So let's see, how far does this move? up to half, so you'd still be in
Yeah, still be in the range.
avalanche range.
That's why I want to do the swap.
Okay. Tell you what, I will allow you to, if that's really what you want to do,
Yeah.
you can move to Yunasa's position and then roll me. What would be the appropriate check here? You can roll me an, I will say probably athletics check. If you roll higher than 15, I will allow you to swap places with her. Yunasa will be safe, you will not.
Okay.
Sound good?
Wish it wasn't athletics. Can I convince you to let me do acrobatics?
You know what? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes. Okay. Beautiful.
I'll let you try your acrobatics because you are performing a bit of a sacrifice here.
That's. I'm just saying.
So you know what?
I'm rerolling. God dang it. That's frustrating. That's so frustrating.
Alright. Unfortunately, that is your turn.
Yep.
Alright, so what will Ridge do here? I think seeing what you're doing, Ridge is going to try and help. What's his best skill here? Oh, he actually has pretty high athletics. Alright.
Yeah, his athletics is pretty good.
So first action move, and then second action he's gonna try and help dig Yunasa out.
I think he's like the second strongest person on the squad.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Skills, athletics.
Okay.
Alright, Yunasa, make the roll again. Reflex
Please
or
don't.
fortitude.
Please don't roll an out one again.
If I do, I'm running away.
God damn
Not
it!
much better!
It's not an out one at least.
Oh no. Let me see what feats he's got. He's probably got something that he can use. Oh, actually. He does have Hefty Hauler. I don't know her. Unencumbered bulk limits by 2. I don't know her. I don't know what the rules are for carrying a person. 1 second.
I feel like we did this last session, but that was a while ago, and I don't remember it either. Because that was half of the plan before Nina did the earthbending bullshit.
We can't leave the machine behind.
Yeah, no, for real. The machine is very important.
I need my tank. I like floating in there.
I like being
really
alive.
Nice. It's really nice.
I'm gonna start
I mean,
decorating. Make it look like a dragon horde.
Yeah.
So this is forced movement. Sorry, I'm just checking this because there's no like concrete rules for dragging something or somebody.
Which is strange given how
there's rules
many
for
rules there
everything
are.
else, but for dragging stuff or moving people, it's a little tricky. Which I've not really encountered before. Reposition? No, it's not reposition. No. Okay. 50 feet per minute, roughly. So
makes sense. Yeah, just shove mostly.
sorry, I just need to. I can't math. Why do I have to do this? Okay, so 50 feet per minute is 60 feet. So it's about 10 feet per round. Okay, you know what? That'll work. Okay, so I think for this instance, so if you let Ridge drag you, he can drag about 10 feet per round. However, he is very strong. I'll probably let him roll an athletics check to increase that to an extra 5 feet if he succeeds on it. So, that is what I will do. So, so athletics check. Oh, moving people is just shove mostly. Hang on. Oh yeah, usually. Yeah, so this is about the same thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, still doing the same thing. Alrighty. So I'll have him do an athletics check. Treat their bulk by half.
By half.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do, I guess, the shove thing, since that would still do about functionally the same thing. Yeah, no, I'm re-rolling that.
Bridge down.
Let's re-roll that. There we go. Okay, that is a success. So, you get moved 10 feet. Or no, wait.
Yeah. Oh.
Is it 10? Oh, wait, what's your Fortitude DC? 1 second. Fortitude DC is 16. So, yeah, no, that's just a normal success. Okay. So, you move 5 feet, so you move anywhere that Ridge is not.
It's probably just behind Red.
Yeah, just like, anywhere that Ridge isn't.
I'll be right back.
That would be Ridge's turn. So I'll just move you here. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, Rez, what would you like to do?
Did Rid just grab Unasa alone? Is the tank still?
It's with the tank, so he kind of pushed her a little bit.
Okay, so she's still in the tank, all
Yeah,
good
she's still
there?
in the tank. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking I was going to have to deal with tank logistics. So everyone is fine. It's just a matter of them moving again, right?
Yeah, it's just Unasa that's going to be dragged away unless something unless you can manage to find a way to pull her out.
I mean,
She's within.
can I attempt to pull her on to Guiver with me? Because I'm small.
Yeah,
Guiver
sure,
is
you may
large.
do that.
So stride, and then what kind of check is it to get Unasa onto Guiver's saddle?
Let's see. So for you, this will be an athletics check.
Okay. Let's see how that goes.
It's so bad before.
I'll hero point it. Can't be too much worse than that.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, untrained and a plus. I mean, it's better. It's nowhere near enough, but it is better.
And I'll try once more. You can't. Okay.
You can make one more roll. I mean, because you only used one to move, one to try and grab her. And then you hear a prominent. So I think you have one available.
Yeah, I'm gonna stride back out.
Oh,
I'm not getting
okay.
caught in that. I'm not getting caught in that.
Yeah.
This is a dart in, failed attempt, dart back out.
Right, dart back out. For sure.
All right. Well, you tried. That's what counts. Yunasa. What would you like to do to try and save yourself right now?
Oh. See. Uh, um. So I have no idea what I can do. Can I just move still or no?
You can still move, yeah. You can spend your entire
Okay.
round moving. It's just if you're not where Rez and Guiver
But you can
are
get
by
there
the end
easy,
of the
yeah.
round, you're
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
can.
dragged off.
It's trivial for you to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah, so trudging through all the snow, you manage to wheel yourself to a safe zone to avoid getting dragged away. Everybody else is probably fine.
Probably.
Probably. And then that's your turn.
Oh yes.
All right.
I don't know how I can help anyone.
I've got great decks. I mean, unless I just goof the roll, I'm fine, probably.
Why are you gonna jinx yourself like that?
I don't know. 3 crit
Because
fails
it's
in a row.
funny.
All right, I'm back.
See, you also got him out already.
Yeah.
So Yunasa's fine now. The rest of you will still have to make a check to avoid getting dragged off as the avalanche moves past you. Alrighty. However, it is Nina's turn, and she will use 4 winds to start. So everybody around her can move up to half your speed.
So,
Immediately.
rounded down, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Round 10.
So Ridge's speed is 25. So yeah, 10. Neat. So he'll move over here. No, wait. Yeah, over here. Oopsie. There we go. And then Nina herself will move.
There's enough to where it should work on herself, yeah.
Yeah.
If there were 5 characters, no, but there's not, so.
She doesn't quite make it, so she's still gonna have to make the check to get out.
I don't think she will, because she could move to half her speed and then move, right? Or is that including that?
Oh wait, hang on. I didn't check that. Hang on.
Because she four wins herself. There's only 3
she
people
can.
otherwise.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, she's fine. She can 4 wins herself and then move the rest. Yeah, she's in the clear. I'll move her here. She's in the clear. She's fine. Alrighty. Round 3, Avalanche is moving past you. You guys, who are still left in the danger zone, make me reflex or fortitude saves again.
22.
Alright, success. And then Ridge will make the same. Yeah,
God
no.
Damn it, Ridge.
Wait, why do I have a reroll? Oh no. Okay,
that's
success.
fine.
You
That's
both are
fine,
fine
do it.
then. Alright, you're good.
Oh, was it not
You
20?
might- Oh, hang on. Was it? What did I have it at before?
I thought it was 20. Because that's why... Didn't I thought... No, Lumen Noble. Right?
All you said before was if you're above 20, you definitely pass.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
pass. I had to check for
Because
everybody
Yunasa got a
else.
17 before. If it's less, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Oh, I had the DC at 20? Alright, yeah, no, it's a fail for Taz and Ridge. Ridge is not doing too hot now.
Fucking rich.
And Taz is not doing hot either. Alright. Uh... Alright, what would you like to do?
I am getting myself out.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Either one.
Hey, let's go,
You
gamer.
managed to pull yourself out.
And then I'm gonna get on the edge over here.
Alright. You are safe. And that's your turn?
Yeah, my turn.
Alright. Reverie. What would you like to do? You are currently in the clear, Ridge is not.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get him out.
Alright. Same checks as before. You can either use your knots rope to kind of lasso and drag them out, or you can do athletics.
Yeah, I'm gonna do not zero. Cool. I'm gonna do it again. 18's not enough. Alright, third time's the charm, I guess. Nope. That's it.
So many nat ones this session, yeah.
Yeah, this is wild.
Oh. Alright, it is Ridge's turn. He will dig himself out. So. Or at least try. Yeah. How many hero points does he have left? He has 1.
Burn it.
Not enough, unfortunately. So he has 2 more to try and dig himself out. Ow.
Dice roller does like consistency today.
It does.
It does.
It's weird. Nope. We're just gonna get dragged away. Alright, Rez, it is your turn once more.
Okay. Would it be possible to try and carry Ridge in Guiver's jaws?
Oh, actually, yeah, sure, you can do that. Just chomp down on him and drag him off.
What kind of check is that?
So...
Bite attack?
Yeah, you know what, let's do a bite attack. I mean, if you do it against Ridge's AC, if you successfully manage to hit him, consider him grabbed. A melee attack? Well, jaw attack's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jaw attack with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this AC?
His AC is 20. Actually, hang on. You know what?
He can fail that though, can he?
He can choose to fail that, I think.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess he can choose to fail it. You know what? Just chomp down on him, and you can start dragging him off. Oh yeah, right. Your little dragon mount has a very, very fast movement speed, so I think you're fine. Yeah, no. You have Guiver chomp down on one of Ridge's limbs, because, hey, he's a cyborg, he can take it, and then just proceed to drag him off out of the way of the avalanche.
Metal.
Metal.
And I guess that is your turn.
Yep.
And, well, since Reverie's already kind of out of danger, she's fine, so... yeah, I think that's a good place for us to end the encounter, so you're all
Okay.
safe now. Yeah, you already kind of made the save, so you're fine. You could just move on your next turn and you'd be fine. Alright.
Well, so that's
Hey!
the part where I was confused about, because we kept having to make the roll at the start, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have to do it again or not.
Oh yeah, right. You know what? Hang on. So, everyone else is fine. You know what? You just kind of... you worked against yourself there a little bit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Sure,
I was
you
trying to
know
help.
what? You wanna make the save? Go for it.
Yeah, let's make the save.
Reflex or...
What do you want?
There
We're
you go.
good.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine then.
I'm really good at reflex saves. That's fine.
I would have
It's fine.
laughed if you made the
If
check
that's where I
and
goofed,
failed. Yeah,
it would've
and
been
then
really
you just
funny,
get dragged
honestly.
off the mountain.
Yep, it would have been good. I was kind of hoping that would happen, honestly.
That would... Yeah, I was secretly hoping it. Yeah, okay, we're...
I was
the encounter's
legitimately
over now.
secretly hoping that would happen. That was really good.
Anyway, as the avalanche roars past you and rumbles down the mountain, it's a fairly small avalanche, but it still would have done a fair number on you if you'd been caught up in it. The mountain becomes quiet once more, and you're left in the shelter of the cliffside. Maybe not a good idea to fire off your gun into the air in an avalanche zone.
Yeah, Taz.
Yeah, Taz.
I didn't even fire the weapon.
You said you were going to fire it, and then the die was rolled. Somebody had to do it.
And you did it.
Because you...
Well, that
die
was
rolled.
exhilarating. Everyone okay?
I'm fine. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Well, I suppose we should continue on then, if no one's injured.
Mm-hmm.
Da 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 da.
So
Making our way.
as I was saying about PTSD and trauma.
Oh, God.
I mean, regarding PTSD and trauma, I think Unas has probably developed a little bit right now.
Only
Throws-
tiny bit.
Throws myself off cliff.
I think when he starts into it again, Rez pulls out a flask and starts drinking.
Drinky.
I changed my mind. Let the avalanche take me.
You see, trauma robs the victim of a sense of power and control. The guiding principle
Oh,
of recovery is to
no.
restore power and control to the survivor. Now, the first task of recovery is to establish the survivor's safety, and he goes on and on and on.
Taz, as you start going off on your rambling, Skrulim, Unas's little metal wisp floats over to you and starts needling you with its little spines, poking you. Poke.
What is it, little one?
Poke.
You want me to stop rambling?
Just got more of that
Squints.
alcohol, Rez.
Rez pulls a second flask out from their jacket pocket and passes it to Reverie.
Thank God.
Evan, you want to pour some of that in my tank?
Water it the fuck down, but sure, let's go.
It's okay. I'll literally inhale it.
Right.
I mean, we could try this. I have the spoon.
Oh God, no.
Oh no!
What
Oh,
if the
no.
entire tank was a fancy bourbon?
I feel like if you turned the water in Unas's tank into alcohol, she'd get affected by it a lot faster. considering she needs the water to survive.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, that'd be
It's just
really
a cubic
fun.
foot of water.
I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. It'd just be really funny.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going?
um. Yeah,
Alcohol
Nina's just.
is crazy.
Oh my god. Anyway.
You know, I'm gonna go on just real quick. And as he's continuing on, he says, "Oh, but when the traumatic events are of human design, those who bear witness are caught into conflict between victim and perpetrator."
As this is happening, Reverie starts doing like, what is the spell? Hold on.
Silence.
No, I wish I had silence, but I don't. So instead, musical accompaniment, so that it's just really loud.
It's just the tuba sound.
Yeah, it's just the tuba sound over and over again.
Okay.
Oh no.
So is it like an open path from here on, or are we still going up the mountain? What's it look like for us?
Yeah.
The mountain. Oh, the path that you're following. It
Yeah, to get to the
goes. It goes up the mountain.
Fun.
Yeah, it goes up the mountain, and it seems, kind of frighteningly familiar, like you've been along this path before.
Like we're in a loop?
Not in a loop, like you've been here before.
Oh, okay.
Just where I
Recently.
think something? Oh.
Sorry, what was that?
I was like, is this where our thing crashed before? I forget what it was
Actually,
called.
roll me a perception check.
Oh, the cable
please.
car.
Oh.
The cable car, yeah. I think there was a fancier name for it? Sure.
Cable cars.
Gondola?
Like, yeah, gondola. Yeah, gondola's the fancier name.
That's
for
it. Yeah,
cable
the
cars.
gondolas.
Where did it come from?
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
Now,
now
you
it-
get a crit success.
Now you get a crit success. So Rez and Reverie, the path seems familiar, but a lot of the paths along the mountainside around Lumiere,
It's a mountain.
it's a mountain. They all look very familiar, and well, at least for Rez's part, you've done a lot of contracts around the area, so it all kind of blends together. But after the avalanche, things look a little different. Yunasa, you definitely know what this place is. This is exactly the place where the gondola crashed before. You've been here. And the path that you seem to be following it seems to be taking you back up to the observatory.
Oh. Huh.
The old days.
The old
It was
days.
crashing.
2 weeks ago.
I wasn't near death those 2 weeks ago.
I mean, to be fair, it was. I just saved everybody.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Play times.
That's interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the...
It was probably in that room he went last look in.
Because I thought we were going to the city. Interesting.
No, the city's a bit to the south.
No, we can sleep in the observatory.
Yeah. I see no reason to not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess we continue onward.
Mhm.
Don't worry, it doesn't even matter if Foe makes us cross the bridge again, because I got a bridge spell made of music.
Oh yeah, Sonata Span. Sonata Span's a very, very useful spell.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys continue up the path towards the observatory, or wherever the heck the visual's taking you. Alright.
Yep.
So let me bring them.
Also, the bridge isn't there anymore.
Oh yeah, you broke it!
I didn't break it.
I didn't break it.
Wait, actually, who broke that bridge? I don't remember now.
Was it
I know,
Rich?
no, because I know me and Rich did some cool shit to get across the bridge, but it was already broken at that point. And it broke when the old guy that tried to kill us was on it, because I saved him and then he killed me.
He didn't
Nova
kill
Nova
you
broke it.
directly.
Nova broke it. His body killed me. Ergo, he killed me.
Okay. Details.
Detail schmetails. Nobody cares.
Review the god.
Nova's tried to kill me twice. It's fine.
Me.
That sounds right, though. I think Nova
Sounds-
broke it.
Alright, so we are back here again.
Oh, snap. At the observatory. Was it this bright last time?
No, it wasn't.
This feels more ethereal than it did last time.
It definitely is.
Okay.
That's actually a very good
I wasn't sure if-
observation.
Wasn't sure if I was going crazy or not, but it feels much more ethereal than it did last time we were here. Bro, I need a fucking nap.
Tass will go up and we'll try to open the door.
Seems different from before. Doesn't seem to be anybody else here. The door looks like it's not locked, but closed. And there's a bunch of patterns on the door that... Oh, well, you weren't here before. The rest
Yeah,
were.
you
Never
weren't here, so
mind.
you wouldn't know that, but
You wouldn't know
like-
that. Never mind.
I am also trying to get in so I can take a nap, because I know there's beds in there.
Yeah, Taz doesn't notice this. Reverie does. But, yeah, Reverie, there's some patterning on the door that you didn't notice before. And it appears to
Rez.
be... It
This
appears
looks
to be, constellations.
I don't know magic. This looks magic. Use
It
your
looks
big
like there's
magic brain.
constellations on the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Presumably the same ones we saw in the room, right? I mean, could I do like a recall knowledge on that to see if that's right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I guess that would be what, Arcana? Perception? Could I do perception for that?
Yeah, you can just do a straight up perception if you like.
Okay.
'Cause, like,
Yeah.
this isn't drawing on, like, personal experience. It's like, you were here, like, 2 weeks
9.
ago.
That's what I mean. Like, okay. Well, I don't know what stars all look like stars to me. I guess.
You want to know what's funny? The
What?
DC for this was really low. It was 10.
Oh
To
no!
remember that. But nah,
Oh.
yeah.
Everybody else gets it, but it's like the stars look like stars. I don't know. It's magic shit. Somebody
Yeah,
else
for the
deal with
rest
it.
of you. The rest of you that didn't roll under a 10.
Shoosh.
Yeah, no, the constellations are familiar. They're the exact same ones that you remember seeing on the floor in the observatory before, and then also in the sky after the Starfall.
Oh right.
The only interesting thing or notable thing about the patterns on the door, one of the constellations is lit up. It is which one? I have to remind myself.
This is the Dauntless trial one.
Yeah, it is the one from the Dauntless
Okay.
trial. It is the shooting star constellation.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like a good sign.
Well, or it's a terrible sign as this is the final location to go to.
Well, yes, but if only one is lit up, that'll... Wait,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense, though. Why would we be pushed here if there's only one lit up?
Because that's the only one that's been claimed.
So there's one here?
Well, use the spell on the fragment again now that it's been some time. And see what it does to pull me.
The jewel fragment in your hand vibrates rather vigorously, much stronger than before. You're in the right place, but it doesn't seem to point you in any specific direction.
It's that part of the video game where now the sensor's just going off and it's like in your immediate vicinity, but you have no idea where.
Okay.
Okay.
But nobody's here.
Well, try touching the door.
Sure, I'll touch the door.
You touch the door?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It's a door.
Nothing happened. It's a door. The door didn't do anything. Can I push the door?
You may push the door.
Does it open?
The door stands firm.
Man, I need a nap.
Present the jewel fragment to the door, like holding in front of the lit up constellation.
That, however, seems to do something.
Hey.
The jewel fragment in your hand glows brightly and vibrates as it's brought closer to its respective constellation, and the door shifts open before you, granting you entry.
Hog. Is
Weird,
there
but
a
okay.
Okay. Hello, anyone in here?
Your voice echoes across the empty halls, Rez. No one seems to be around.
Big ass dragon.
It fits. If it fits,
it
it
does.
comes.
It does
That's
fit.
real.
Shut the door behind us, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Does it lock those things? Where either way.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Is that symbol still lit up like it was when Nova did the whatever the fuck Nova did?
Oh yeah, it is still lit up.
Okay.
The orrery above it, though, the big thing over here, it does seem to be moving, but it was moving before.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't stop moving until something happened, and then it like did the lineup thing or whatever. I remember that bit. Well,
I think as an extra set of precautions, I'm going to cast lock on the door.
Oh,
you've got
very nice.
Do you not have the unlock? You just have lock? Damn it. Lock is good though. I like this. This is a good plan.
We use a scroll of lock.
Yeah, you cast. You bring the scroll to bear, and it vanishes in your hand as the spell activates, and a ghostly set of lock and chains spread out over the door and lock it magically, barring anybody else entry.
Now we can rest easier.
Yeah, this does seem to be the end point too, which seems like a good sign.
Okay. Are we resting here, I take it?
I need a
I
nap.
believe people are getting worn out. Been
Pretty
a few
tired.
tribulations. So look around. Is there anything other than the one bedroom?
Aw. Hang on, let me double check. Uh, in terms of sleeping quarters, unfortunately, yeah, there's only the one bedroom.
I can conk out on the ground. It's fine.
Everywhere else seems to be study rooms or meeting rooms.
I get comfortable. I have Guiver lie down and get comfortable. And also I summon
Jeez.
Chronoglass back.
So big.
Yes, and they're warm.
Yeah.
Chronoglass
Yeah, Referee's just gonna lay down and pass
reappears.
out.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that was, something. Don't see that every day.
You could say it was a chilling experience.
But musical
Uh,
accompaniment. But
Probably not so chilling for you. The others are not so lucky. Oh yeah, how'd that go, by the way? I assume no one's dead.
No one's dead. Yunasa got wounded, but I'm sure she'll be able to shake it off with a little bit of sleep.
What'd I do?
We
Yeah.
You got the wounded status.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you do gotta rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need rest.
So I magically locked us in the observatory now that we're here.
Oh, cool. I guess that's a good thing, even if this is probably one of the places people who are hunting this jewel thing want to go. So, at least if somebody's going to be trying to kill you, at least you'll know.
Exactly. Now, my thoughts precisely.
Yeah, that's comforting, I guess. Meh.
Well, if it's someone trying to kill us, then presumably they'll have a jewel fragment, and then we just do it in kind, and then we have 2 jewel fragments. Yeah. Either way, we're closer to our goal.
Speaking
Of Chronoglass will stare at you.
you. I don't think I ever asked this before, Rez, but what'll happen if you get all of them? What's your goal here?
You know, I've heard that there's great power that comes with that, and well, you know, we have some unfinished business, don't we?
Chronoglass smirks.
Yeah, we do, don't we? I'd say that's a good use for it. But do you think you're ready for that kind of power, responsibility? I mean, you've heard the stories about god jewels, right?
Not really, but at the same time, of course I'm ready. I'm me.
Chronoglass will let out a huff and roll their eyes.
You know, I shouldn't be surprised. At the same time, I'm not worried. Nah, I think you can handle it.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. That makes 2 of us. And I think Guiver makes 3 of us.
Rare roars in acknowledgement.
Good boy.
Yes, Guiver is the goodest of boys. Who else is doing stuff right now?
Cass is gonna write in his journal and then try to call his family again.
Okay. Um, Taz, you pick up your phone and attempt to contact your family again. And it's the same. The call seems to go through at first, but all you hear is just static. And then the call ends. Even though you're at the highest point there is in Genosia, you can't seem to get a signal.
Right. I'm gonna get an earful. That's okay though. That just means they actually care about me. What a goddamn mess I got myself into.
Floating next to you is boop, Metal Wisp Screwlum. Seems to be listening in on your, I guess, to you talking to yourself. Floats over and pats you on the arm. Pat, pat.
Hey, little one.
Meow.
Why are you so not interested? I guess intrigued on me.
The wisp lifts its little appendages in a shrug.
Not that I'm complaining.
Stares.
You remind me of one of my big old dogs I ride every day. I miss him.
Screwlum pats you again. Pat, pat. Emotional support wisps. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Screwlum will sit with you for a while, kind of just watching, listening, not really making any noises, just there. Then eventually floats back to Yunasa. Waves at Yunasa. Meow.
I know you like chisme, but you have to let people have their private moments. Little
Uh,
gossiper.
oh, is that what he's trying to pry about me? Is some gossip?
He loves gossip.
Well, I do have some gossip. It's all right. I don't mind sharing. I was invited to this one party. I forget what it's called, but it's something like a coming of age party. And when the little girl and the little boy didn't show up, we didn't know where the heck they were. Turns out they were having a little fun with each other.
Ooh,
And yeah, the parents of both of those kids were not very nice to each other. One parent said one of the little kids' parents said, "Hey, it's not a big deal. Don't overblow it." And then the other parent was like, "Oh, so that's how you're raising your men? Cool." And a big old fight broke out. Of course, I got out of that situation with my entire family, but hey, it's a decent story. But still, I wonder how they're doing right now. considering that was like he looks up, trying to remember when that was. 30 years ago?
Oof. Longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, they're probably human adults already. And also about me bringing up trauma and all that. I did not do it just because I wanted to. I do it because I care. Because I've seen a bunch of my dogs hurt other people, and they're big dogs. They're as big as horses, for God's sakes. And for them to actually start to gnaw on you and try to rip you apart, you must have really done piss them off something fierce. And I happen to be the only one who has some emotional intelligence and the know-how on how to take care of them mentally. Physically, no, that was my wife's doing.
Skrulum, after listening to you speak, is kind of fascinated. Taz just stares wide-eyed. You're not sure if that's an interested expression in regards to wisp body language or just kind of vacant staring.
Hmm. You know what? You know what? Go like this. He gestures his hand like side to side as like a no. If you don't like it, and up, and then he'll gesture his hand up and down, flowy, to say that he like screw them likes it.
Skrulum bobs up and down.
All right. I also work with a lot of native people where I'm from. I am an outsider when it comes to them,
Mhm.
and I've been told many stories, which I don't know if that's up to me to actually tell. I assume no. But I've done my share of shooting people, making sure that those people don't harm the locals. I would even consider it an outlaw, believe it or not.
At the mention of outlaw, Nina's ears twitch a little bit. She glances over in your direction. Ah,
Yeah.
so you're not lawman then, yes?
This hat may signal to you that I am, but I assure you I'm not. I am just a rancher that takes care of big old dogs, and that's about it.
Ah, I see. Very well then. I was simply curious.
But as for me helping out other people when I saw injustice, I most certainly did that. Again, I ain't no lawman. I do not know laws by any means, but I do know what's right and what's wrong. At least according to me. And what those people were doing to those other people who were native and indigenous to that land, who were there for countless generations, I made sure I hanged their fucking intestines up against a tree.
Oh, wow.
I understand. I was once on the wrong side of the law for a very long time. Not anymore. sometimes things get to a point where you can't sit by and watch anymore.
I understand that all too well.
People are piles of good things and piles of bad things. The good things that you do don't always outweigh the bad. But you try.
And quite honestly, Nina, that is all that we can do. Just do our best. We do our worst, but we try our best. And at the end of it, when our days are few and the sun is starting to set in our lives, we rest for what's to come in the afterlife.
For the first time since she started traveling with you, she seems very. How do I put this? Thoughtful? Serious? She's not quite the, you know, punch first, ask questions later type, as you thought. And she simply nods and then turns away to occupy herself with scanning the bookshelves.
If what I said troubles you, I do apologize.
She shakes her head, glancing back in your direction.
No, does not bother me. Not much. I have seen a lot of things, lots of very bad things. Done a lot of very bad things for very bad people. And although I try to do good things now, I don't think it will ever fully erase the bad things.
She flashes you a bit of a bitter smile.
I want you to know, and though he has a small stature, he does stand tall. Whatever you've done in your past life, whether you thought it was good, you were doing good, or whether you were doing bad, I want you to know, the past does not define you. It simply forms who you are now. And I believe you are a good person, Nina.
Nina stares at you in silence for a long time, seemingly thinking on your words, and her expression eventually hardens as she turns back to the bookshelf. I wonder if you would still be saying that if you really knew what I've done.
I can't say I will know, but what I do know is that as long as as a player I pause because it's a little trigger warning and I don't want to. Yeah. As long as you didn't cause people everlasting harm to the point where they cannot forget what you've done to them, and that being a one sin of lust, then you don't bother me. Anger can be justified, but it is not an excuse for you to hurt anyone. Envy and gluttony and greed, while very evil things, it is okay to want. As people, we want to survive and we want to live. When it comes to pride pride can also just be one's downfall. It's okay to take pride in your accomplishments, but don't let pride ever take a hold of you so much to the point where all the other sins just don't exist to you anymore. As for lust, well, them goddamn succubi. I don't, I don't know what's up with them. And quite honestly, I never understood that. Never really understood them, but it's okay to want something, but when something as life impacting like that, then he gives like a small shrug. I don't think there is redeeming you whenever you do act on your lust.
Nina has her back to you, and her ears have been twitching the entire time, showing that she's been listening. But after all that, she simply shakes her head and mutters, "You know nothing," and then doesn't say anything more. Reverie, where are
And
you?
I'm in the bathroom
Why are you in the bathroom?
because it's been a long day and I need to take a bath. Also, there's nobody in here talking.
Taz will say
Reverie.
Taz will say as he goes put his backpack on against the wall and says, "I never claimed to know everything, and I never will. I'm still learning at the end of the day."
So Reverie, what are you doing? Are you just chilling in the bath?
Taking a the game plan is taking a bath. So Reverie's like in the bathtub, just kind of sitting there soaking a bit. She's kind of like she's very quiet and like pensive in a way. And she's just kind of touching over the various scars on her body. Particularly a large one that looks like a chunk was like bitten out of her
Oh Jesus!
around her hip. Yeah. And yeah, she's just kind of thinking. Today's been a lot. Several people that she's grown to mostly like have almost died, and she keeps trying to save them, and something keeps happening. And she's just trying to deal with it. Not even particularly like speaking to Kira or anything, just trying to
Yeah,
have some time to think of herself.
the silence is very noticeable. Normally, Kira is very chatty,
Mm-hmm.
but when she does speak to you, it's a little more subdued, not nearly as energetic as she normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rev, girl, talk to me here. You seem a little down.
This doesn't feel like what I wanted. And I don't know how to make it better. The not having the recording of that, however long I was here, it's really, it's a lot, and everything keeps going wrong, and I don't know why, and I can't fix it. Like you were there, you saw. I tried to get her out. I just couldn't do it. I don't want to fail again.
You feel feel Kira thinking. It's a weird sensation being able to sense some other entity thinking, but
Thinking.
it's what it seems like she's doing.
Yeah, it's fair.
And the presence is comforting, almost. Even Kira, for all her chattiness, all her goading, for once she kind of seems like she's at a loss, almost as lost as you. Reverie, I know we've been together a while, and I goad you to do all sorts of crazy stuff. So, seeing you like this, it hurts, okay? I wish I knew how I could help you make things better, but I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I know it seems like I do sometimes, and I can't tell you everything. But I'll tell you what I can. But for stuff like this, I think it's the same. You can't control everything as much as you'd like to. I know you like being the center of attention. Oh, heavens knows I do. But you've known this for a long time, and as much as I try to keep that reality away from you, you can't help everyone. You can't save everyone all the time. I know you want to.
I just don't want to keep losing people if I can't help it.
Well, you were alone before. You tried going it alone. You're not alone now. If you can't help them you can't help them by yourself. Well, you got other people to help you carry that weight. Shouldn't always be on you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I know you don't like being around people all that much, despite being the attention whore that you are. I think it's time to take the extra step a little bit, girl. I know it's scary, I know it's hard, but that's not working anymore. Going it alone. This is probably the absolute worst of the worst situations that you could possibly be in.
It's not great.
And if what you were doing isn't working now, maybe it's time to change things up.
I think I'm just annoyed that I like most of them.
Does that scare you?
A little bit. It means that I could lose them.
Well,
can't lose what you don't have, you know?
Well, if you want my expert opinion, I think that's a good thing. It means you care. And if you care about something that you're worried about losing it, you'll fight even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, come on, girl. Don't be so sad and droopy. You're making the bathroom tile sad. You can do this. I know that you can do this.
Not even real. That's not a real thing. God damn it. You're right. You're right. I do appreciate it. I think I just need some sleep. I think sleep would help. God, it feels like this day has gone on forever.
I mean, you fought a monster,
Yeah.
nearly lost a couple of companions to frostbite, and then you were in an avalanche. So, yeah, long day.
Long day. Really long day. I would like a nap. Maybe some cheese.
I mean, doesn't Mr. Cowboy have a lot of cheese in his bag?
I
can
have
steal
more
some
cheese
from
than
him.
he does.
Oh
We
yeah,
could
you
steal some from
do.
him, but I bought more cheese than he does, specifically as a kind of fuck you. No, I got the most cheese. You can't stop me.
You know what would be the best thing to do right
What?
now? If
I'm
you have
listening.
you have all that fancy cheese, and
I do.
well, Rez has got some alcohol, so
That's true.
why don't you treat yourself? A little wine, a little cheese.
Oh, we can get fancy cheese. Fuck, that's a good idea.
The only thing that's
Okay,
missing is like a bunch of crackers, but whatever.
we don't have magic crackers, I don't think.
Probably not,
But-
but you know.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good. Really glad you're in my head and not in real life, because I don't think I could trust you to say words at you and you not just immediately tell everybody.
There's an awkward moment of silence. You've hit the nail right on the head. Oh, come on! I'm not that much of a gossip, am I?
Yes, you absolutely are.
Oh my God,
You've
fine.
been with me for who knows how long at this point, and yeah, you are.
Fine, I guess you're right to not trust me in that regard if I were, real and not imaginary and in your head. Totally not imaginary, by the way, but still.
Yeah, no, you're not imaginary, but you are in my head and not in this room, which makes talking with you easier.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Oh.
speaking about the situation,
Hmm?
what do you think about that fragment Resnar has?
I don't know yet. They seem cool, and I assume we've got to get all of them to make like the big thing. But I haven't really thought about anything past that point. I don't think.
Well, not to be a huge downer, but I think you need to start thinking about the end point. What'll happen when you get all of them? Who gets to keep the jewel at the end?
Oh, it's not a everyone gets a piece, huh?
I mean, you start to feel Kira backtracking a bit.
I was concerned about that. I was worried about that.
I think we'll worry about it when the time comes. Don't
Oh,
worry, it's fine.
Oh, we'll worry about it.
Everything's
You bring
fine.
You bring this up, and now we worry about it later.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later. I think I might have said something I probably shouldn't have, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Enjoy your bath. Get some wine and cheese on you. It'll be all good.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the talk.
Oh, you got it.
We don't-
Always happy to. And Kira goes quiet and lets you enjoy the rest of your relaxation time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's gonna get changed, get out, and we'll change air quotes. It's the same clothes. She's gonna start walking back into the area.
Oh yeah, I just realized it is past midnight. It is now Wintervale the 1st. Oh,
The first.
So, while you guys have been resting and the clock ticks past midnight, so this will be everything has been going on. The orrery seems to stop as all the rings align at midnight, and it glows brightly.
Hmm.
and reveals one of the constellations, the constellation of the Scholar.
Oh, it's no.
It would seem the place you are at is the Trial of the Scholar.
Fuck, that makes sense. God damn it.
This is where one of the fragments is.
Of course it is. Of course
And,
it's fucking Novus.
I think we'll address that trial next time. I think this is a good place for us to stop.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for playing today. You're about to approach your next trial.
Thank you.
And I will cover the details of that next time when we pick up. But yeah, thank you guys for playing. And I will see you again next time.
Heck yeah.
I think our
Hell yeah.
schedule... I'll figure out our schedule for the next couple of weeks because this was actually a makeup for last week.
Last week. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need to figure out if I'm going to be running you guys next week.
Next week or next week, yeah.
Or next week. I have to figure that out because some people are going to be away through on certain weekends in June, so I have to rearrange stuff based on that. That way no one's really missing anything. So I'll let you guys know. I got to look at everybody's schedules and see how to arrange things. But I will let you know.